does it really cost to start up a photography business? Hello guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I am a portrait photographer here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Whether you're wanting to shoot weddings, seniors, families, or any other kind of photography, there are obviously going to be some startup costs. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so here is how much it costs to start up a photography business and 5 things you're going to need. On this side of the screen, I'm going to be keeping track of all of the money combined together for a monthly basis if you bought everything like right now, and then this is over here going to be the yearly total cost. Now, the first one is going to be the most obvious. You need some kind of camera. I believe you should either have a DSLR or mirrorless camera to start up a professional photography business. Whether you're wanting to go in the DSLR or mirrorless direction, there are tons of great basic cameras out there that can help you at least get started in creating your photography business. If you're needing some basic cameras in the Canon realm on the DSLR side, the Rebels are honestly a great way to learn DSLR and manual settings on a camera. The SL3 is also a great one, and any of the T series are great starter cameras. They're not professional by any means, but they are a great way to learn manual and DSLR. If you're wanting to go in the mirrorless direction, definitely take a look at the M50 in the Canon aspect. Cost range, I'm going to give you anywhere from $500 to $1,000 depending on how much you want to spend on your first camera. So I'm just going to go right in the middle and go at $800 for your camera. Now let's talk about lenses. Lenses are honestly more important than your camera itself. If you have one good lens to start out, then you are going to be much better off than having a really bad lens and a really great camera. One I would take a look at, a really cheap one, is the 51.8 from Canon. I know I'm going off of Canon pricing. It's pretty similar in the other camera brands as well. So the 51.8 is a super versatile lens and it's super cheap. I believe they're now going for like $125. In case you are wanting to step it up a bit on your lens, I'm just going to put that total at $200. So for your full camera setup, we're going to go with $1,000. Next, let's go ahead and talk about social media and a website. Having a social media is a huge important part of starting up your business. This is how people are going to find you for the most part nowadays. When people share images of photos that you took, they tag you in it, you're obviously going to get in some traffic, which can create new clientele. Having a social media as a portfolio is super nice because obviously it's free and it gets your name out there and can get you onto any search engines or anything like that. Definitely make sure you have a separate Instagram from your personal one so that people can see all of your work in one spot. Next, let's talk about a website. Now, when I first started my photo business, I definitely just started with a social media, which is totally fine, but if you're wanting to kind of take it to the next level, having a website is a really big part of this process. Obviously, there are free website engines you can use like Wix, but there are also a ton of ones out there for photographers specifically, and the one that I currently use is called Pixieset. Also ones like Squarespace and Folio. For me personally, on the plan that I use, I have Pixieset, which allows me to have a website, client gallery, store, client manager, and a couple other features. That is $28 a month or $336 annually. But for this video, I kind of wanted to keep it at the most basic plans that these kind of websites offer, and for most websites that I saw, either Squarespace, Pixieset, Zenvelo, most of them were ranging around the $12 a month. Again, that allows you to create a website. Now, with the most basic plans, you're probably going to have some limited features on those different websites, so just keep that in mind. You can't do everything with the most basic plan. Alright, so you have your camera, you have your social media, and a website. Next up, we're going to talk about an editing software. Now, the most common one that you're going to hear every other photographer use is Lightroom. It's a company called Adobe. It is like the all-in-one suite that has every app you could ever need for any art, design, or photography. I do offer a basic photography plan that allows you to have Lightroom. That is at $10 a month. Alright, next up, let's talk about a photo sharing service. Now, obviously, you can take the photos for your clients, but you still need a way to send them. And while you could send them through email or their text messages, it's just not as professional. Photo sharing services are really great because they allow you to create really professional looking client galleries, which makes your client just know that you're getting something that's quality work. As I mentioned before, I use Pixieset, which allows me to share client galleries and have my website and store all in the same spot. For the most basic plan you can get for Pixieset for photo sharing, it was $8 a month. On PicTime, it was $7 a month. And you could share through Google Photos, which allows you to basically just share albums with people. But look into it. It's a really important tool that will definitely help help your clientele know that you're a professional business. For photo sharing, we're gonna go ahead and stick with the $8 a month and add that into our total. All right, the last thing we're gonna talk about is storage. Now you can take these photos and you can store them on your SD cards, but you need somewhere else to copy these to. You need to make sure that you invest in a really good hard drive. I personally use Lacy 5TB hard drives. I have 2 of them, and then I also have a Seagate one that I personally did not love. For the most basic one that I found, it was about 2 terabytes. The average price was around $60, so I just went ahead and put that into our total as the average base price. If we're looking at online storage for the most basic plan of Google Photos, it was $2 a month. Now that plan only got you 100 gigabytes of storage, so if you know you're going to be shooting a lot of photos, you are definitely going to want to look into the higher plans. The 2 terabyte plan was $10 a month. Now obviously there are lots of other things that add up, including batteries, chargers, SD cards, gas and mileage for traveling to your shoot, lighting, flashes, lenses, camera straps, reflectors. It all adds up really, really quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and add $80 for SD cards. If we're looking at how much it would cost after 1 year of having all of these subscription services annually, it was around $1,600. And if we're looking at right now, it would be around $1,100. If you want like a really base model price for like everything, I would say anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. If you really wanted to up your game and see how much it really costs to use those different things like a website and photo sharing services, this is about the base price. All right guys, that is pretty much it for 5 things you need to start up a photography business and how much it costs. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. Know in the comments down below what are the 5 essentials that you need for your photography business, and let me know what stage you're in. If you're just like beginning, if you're starting out, be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on another video from me. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye!